that was cool. Hey guys, Rene Brune back with you. I thought I'd do something different today. I'm here at the back of a transport museum in North Dublin, and I'm just going to take a few sort of old industrial architecture, derelict building type photographs. As usual, there's no point in me saying what lens I'm using. I only own the one lens at the moment. Let's see what type of shots I can get. So I have a 5.6 on this at the moment aperture. I like these piles of wood, and you can see all the rings at the back, the aged wood. That shot at 500 of a second shutter speed. Let me get a little closer, see if I can line those rings up through the internal rangefinder. Sometimes if you're too close it can be a bit difficult. There we go. Nice bit of sunlight. That's 750 of a second shutter speed. Nice bit of sunlight on the rings there. I have harsh shadows today and strong light, so that should produce some nice black and white shots. There's some old reeds on the window frame here, which is rusted to bits. And see if I can get a nice shot of that. Just line this up. Okay, 1/25 of a second. Slightly slower because of all the shadow. So I have the drone with me today, so I'll get some aerial shots and talk you through a bit more what I'm doing. So stay tuned and enjoy. So you've heard of a cat on a hot tin roof. Well, this is a Rene under an old tin roof. Quite a bit of rust going on here. I say in strong winds this structure could be a bit, but it seems to have withheld the last few storm seasons. So I'm going to change the aperture in this one to f11. Just going to gauge what type of shutter speed I'm going to need at f11. Okay, so in the frame here I have the nice steel, let me just line it up, steel bars holding the structure up. I have the rust, but a very strong blue sky behind, and that's at 1/80th of a second. Let me try that. The sky is very overexposed in this. Let me bring it down a bit. Oh, I had a lovely raven just fly through the shot there in the background. 500 of a second. Okay, so I'll probably end up having to, I say I will have to adjust the shadows to bring up the rust marks and stuff on the ceiling here. I'll try to get this. Okay, nice and sharp, 1/25 of a second at an f5.6 again. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. So it's a bit different than the usual street photography I do. But sometimes when you can't get into the city centre, you have to improvise, overcome and adapt. And if you know your movies, that's Clint Eastwood, Heartbreak Ridge. That there is a special reference for Lenny, ex-military here in Ireland. Lovely guy. Used to be a bouncer to Gypsy Rose. That's when I first knew him. One of the best rock bars in Dublin, next to Bruxelles. Better than Bruxelles. But let's keep walking and see what else we can do. Now, I came here once before after giving a photography lesson to someone at the golf club. I needed to kill time, so I just cycled up around this area when I came across this space. Very good. There's a really old car, van, and it's a really classic old school, probably from the 1930s. But as usual, you can't keep things like this without scumbags graffitiing the vehicle. So this is the vehicle I was coming down to photograph. As you can see, it's a very old vehicle from the 1930s, I think, or 1950s. Registration MZ6596. And of course, teenagers. You can't have anything nice, you know. Even though it's not that nice. It's an old vehicle and rusted, but, you know, they're obviously not that intelligent. Not because they graffitied the vehicle, but they put the swastika on backwards. Probably never watched a war movie in their lives. No intelligence levels at all. But that's not all of them. You get a lot of good teenagers these days, and some very polite ones. So I'm just going to see shooting in the back here. Okay, so I've got a shutter speed of 1/80th of a second on 5.6, so I'm going to try that out first. I like it. There's a lot of nice. I like the old school handle there. I might try to get a picture of that as well. It's the one thing with a 28mm lens, sometimes you're too close for focus, and I think the focal distance, minimum focal distance, is about 1.7 meters. There you go, 1/80th of a second. Still works. That's good for me. So we come around the side here, and well, at least they're not dyslexic. They can spell fuck, and that's what they wrote on the side of the vehicle. So I'll just come back and try to get a picture here. So what I will do for this one actually is I'm going to adjust the aperture to f22 and see. I rarely change the aperture in this because I like the 5.6. I like the look it gives me. So this has pushed me down to 45th of a second shutter speed. Might be a bit slow for handheld, but let me see. No, it came out okay, but with all the brightness above, the vehicle itself is quite dark. So let me give you a quick update. In about a month's time, I'm off to Lanzarote. Been there loads of times. Lanzarote is a wonderful summer destination, all year round destination. Costa Teguise, aka Breezy Teguise. But there's a specific place, two specific places I want to go to when I'm there, and I'll be cycling. I don't drive, and that's the Stratified City and also the Cactus Garden, and I'm going to get some good video and photos there. I'm looking forward to that. Also, I'll probably cycle into the capital city, Arrecife. It's a good cycle from where I'm staying, but passing some great scenery. So keep an eye out for that. And in December, I'm also off to Iceland. Again, not driving. I'm not going to see too much. I don't want to do too many day tours. I'm just going there with my fiance. I'm looking forward to spend some nice time. Christmas markets, snow, hopefully Northern Lights. But I'll definitely get plenty of street photography in Reykjavik. So this is a very short but sweet episode. What I'm going to do now at the end of this episode, basically now, what you're about to watch, is I'm going to fly the drone around a bit. I'm going to shoot some still video, because if you look at my channel from 6 months, a year ago, 2 years, I like doing special effects videos, messing around as well. So for all you know, there's going to be robot wars going on behind me here, or spacecraft, or weird stuff. So that's it. Like, subscribe, enjoy, and see you in the next episode. Right, I'm out of here. Siri, start teleportation in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.